What are abstract physics concepts explained simply? Imagine trying to understand something you can't see or touch directly. That is what abstract physics concepts are all about. They are ideas that help us explain how the universe works beyond what we can easily observe. These ideas involve forces, energy, space, and time, but in ways that go beyond everyday experience. For students in 10th grade, learning these concepts means breaking them down into simple parts and using examples or pictures to make them easier to understand. Let's start with force and motion. Force is a push or pull that makes objects move or stop. Newton's laws of motion tell us that an object will stay still or keep moving straight unless something pushes or pulls on it. The second law says force equals mass times acceleration. So, heavier objects need more force to move. The third law says that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. These ideas help explain why a ball rolls when you kick it, or why you feel pushed back when a car speeds up. Next is energy and work. Energy is what makes things happen. Work is when a force moves an object. Energy can be stored or in use. For example, a stretched rubber band has potential energy. When you let go, that energy turns into motion or kinetic energy. This helps us understand how things like roller coasters work, with energy changing from stored to moving. Gravity is another big idea. It is the force that pulls objects toward each other. But instead of thinking of gravity just as a force, scientists now say it is the bending of space and time around objects with mass. Imagine space as a stretched fabric. When a heavy object sits on it, the fabric bends. Smaller objects roll toward the heavy one because of this bend. This idea explains why planets orbit the sun and why objects fall to the ground. Waves and light are also fascinating. Waves carry energy through space or through materials. Light is a wave, but it can also act like tiny particles called photons. This dual nature helps explain phenomena like why light bends around corners or why shining a flashlight on a solar panel creates electricity. Atoms are the tiny building blocks of everything around us. Quantum physics studies how these tiny particles behave. They can act in strange ways, like being in two places at once or acting like both waves and particles. These ideas are behind many modern technologies, such as lasers and computers. For 10th graders studying these abstract ideas, it helps to focus on understanding the basic principles first. Using drawings or models can make these ideas clearer. Relate what you learn to real-life examples like sports, machines, or gadgets. Practice explaining these ideas in your own words to check your understanding. Break your study time into small parts and review often. By taking these steps, you can build a strong foundation in physics and get better at solving homework problems. Remember, understanding these concepts step by step makes learning science more fun and less confusing.